Quotes from A.W. Tozer. First quote. The spiritual climate of today's churches does not make for vigorous spiritual growth. Indeed, the whole evangelical world is to a large extent unfavorable to healthy Christianity. And I am not thinking of modernism either. I mean, rather the Bible-believing crowd that bears the name of orthodoxy. Second quote. Modern civilization is so complex as to make the devotional life all but impossible. It wears us out by multiplying distractions, and beats us down by destroying our solitude, where otherwise we might drink and renew our strength, before going out to face the world again. Third quote. It is a basic doctrine of the New Testament that after his resurrection, Jesus was declared by God to be both Lord and Christ, and that he was invested by the Father with absolute lordship over the Church, which is his body. All authority is his in heaven and in earth. In his own proper time, he will exert it to the full, but during this period in history, he allows this authority to be challenged or ignored. And just now, it is being challenged by the world, and ignored by the Church. Fourth quote. The idea that this world is a playground, instead of a battleground, has now been accepted and practiced by the vast majority of Christians. The worship growing out of such a view of life is as far off center as the view itself. Church has become a sort of sanctified nightclub, without the champagne and the dressed-up drunks. Fifth quote. The doctrine of God's omnipresence is a great central truth of Scripture. God is present, near me, next to me, and this God sees me, and knows me through and through. At this point faith begins, and while it may go on to include 1,000 other wonderful truths, these all refer back to the truth that God is, and God is here. Sixth quote. God is underived and self-existent. Man is derived from God, and dependent every moment upon his creative fiat, for its continued existence. One is the Creator, high over all, ancient of days, dwelling in unapproachable light. The other is a creature and, though privileged beyond all others, is still but a creature, a pensioner on God's bounty, and a suppliant before his throne. Seventh quote. The loneliness of the Christian results from his walk with God in an ungodly world. A walk that must often take him away from the fellowship of professing Christians, as well as from that of the unregenerate world. His God-given instincts cry out for companionship with others of his kind, others who can understand his longings, his aspirations, his absorption in the love of Christ. And because within his circle of friends, there are so few who share his inner experiences, he is forced to walk alone. Thanks.